FightHype.com, Jose Uzcategui here with Justin Gamber, the head trainer of Caleb Plant, the undefeated super middleweight who will be fighting for the world title, the IBF world title against Jose Uzcategui. What do you think about this fight? How do you prepare for a guy like Uzcategui versus all the guys you prepared for now? He's expected to be, you know, the best opponent.
Absolutely, and we expect him to be the best opponent that we've ever faced. But you know, we do what we do every time. We train. We put 110%. We go above and beyond in our training camps to prepare for the fights, and we're going to do the same thing with him. We're just going to study him, obviously, do our homework, and come up with a solid game plan. You know, Caleb's great at boxing, so we're going to do the best that we can to box, but we're going to show him some different things, some different looks. We're going to probably do some fighting with him a little bit, you know, when it suits us. But at the end of the day, skills pay the bills. So we're going to use all the skills that we can in the fight.
He's known as like a come forward kind of pressure fighter. That a lot of people think he's good at that. Do you think that kind of style plays into Caleb's hands?
Aggression does, usually with a stick and move boxer, right? Marvin Hagler against Sugar Ray Leonard, Trinidad against Hopkins. Guys that come forward, if you're a master boxer, these guys could be outboxed, and they run into punches. You just got to be very smart, you got to be very cautious, and you have to keep your defense tight. But that's the kind of style that plays into Caleb's hands. But Jose can do some different things. He does a little bit of boxing. He'll turn southpaw sometimes. He's right-hander, but he'll switch it up a little bit. So he does a few different things. He's crafty. He's got some tricks, so we got to prepare ourselves for those, and we expect the toughest fight. But at the end of the day, like I said, skills pay the bills. So we're going to use the skills and come out with our hands raised.
How do you guys go about breaking down film? Is this something you do and you just tell, you kind of
No, we'll do it together.
Oh,
we'll watch film together, and not only do we watch film of our opponent, but we'll watch some of the fights like I just said. We'll watch Hopkins versus Trinidad. We'll watch fights where we feel like we'll be able to pick up things from others that have been there, and we'll work on those things. As the camp goes along, we just keep adding to our game plan. We solidify our game plan. We'll add a little bit of certain things, and then we might take certain things away. But throughout the camp, through our training, through our sparring, and through our homework, the videos that we watch, we come up with the best game plan that we can. Try to utilize it on fight night.
Now, do you think that this kind of opportunity, fighting for a world title, it's going to bring something out of Caleb even more than we've seen before?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Caleb's the kind of guy that, when the lights are the brightest, he steps up. Every time in his career, he's been in that position where they say, okay, this is your toughest fight. This is your toughest fight against Borky. It was his first 12-round fight. IBF eliminator. He went in there and he dominated. He put on a masterclass performance, a boxing skill. And as long as I've known him, he's always stepped up when the lights are brightest. So I expect him to do the same thing in this fight.
Now, when I asked him about could this fight bring more adversity than any other fight, he said he actually hopes so. He wants to be taken. Is that not what you want as the trainer?
Well, I want him to look good, and I want people to see what he's capable of. You know, sometimes he makes fights look so easy that that people, you know, they kind of take it for granted a little bit. It's not about him, it's about his opponent not, you know, being this, or his opponent not doing this, or, you know, it takes away from the performance. So I always want him to be able to shine, but, you know, I want him to be you know, if we can come out of the fight completely unscathed, as a trainer, as a coach, that's perfect for me, you know? So if he can make it look easy, great. But, you know, if we have to grind and it brings out the dog in him a little bit more, and and it shows off not only his ability, but his toughness, his grit, you know, his determination, that'd be great too, you know? But at the end of the day, you know what? Boxing is hit and not get hit. So the less we can get hit in the fight, the better, the happier I am as a coach.
I know you have business to tend to, so this is the last one. How do you see the fight playing out on Fight Night?
Caleb Plant, with his hand raised, new IBF champion, joining the likes of Roy Jones when he was IBF champion, James Toney, Joe Calzaghe, Caleb Plant, IBF super middleweight champion.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, thank you.